The psalmist moves from God's character to his creative power. These verses show why God deserves worship by showing what his word accomplishes. By the word of the Lord were the heavens made, and all the host of them, by the breath of his mouth. Psalm 33:6. This verse declares God's method of creation. The phrase, by the word of the Lord, identifies the instrument God used. God spoke, and creation obeyed. The word were shows completed action. God's command brought the heavens into existence. The phrase the heavens refers to the sky, the atmosphere, and the celestial realm. Everything above the earth came from God. The phrase, and all the host of them, includes every component of the heavens. This includes the sun, moon, stars, planets, and angels. Nothing in the heavens originated apart from God's command. The phrase, by the breath of his mouth, parallels the expression, by the word of the Lord. God did not labor with his hands to form the stars. He did not sweat to position the planets. He spoke, and they appeared. The word breath emphasizes the ease of God's creative act. A man breathes without effort, and God creates without any strain. Genesis confirms this truth. The Lord spoke, and light came into existence. Genesis 1:3. God spoke, and the firmament appeared. Genesis 1:6. The Lord spoke, and the sun and moon took their places. Genesis 1:14. The word of the Lord created everything. He gathereth the waters of the sea together as an heap. He layeth up the depth in storehouses. Psalm 33:7. This verse shows God's control over the waters. The phrase, he gathereth the waters of the sea together, describes God's power over the oceans. The word gathereth means to collect or assemble. God placed the waters where he wanted them. The phrase, as an heap, suggests a pile or mound. God piled the waters into designated places. The seas do not spread over the entire earth because God set boundaries for them. The phrase, he layeth up the depth in storehouses, reinforces this idea. Layeth up means to store or reserve. God stores the ocean depths in specific locations. The word storehouses suggests controlled containment. If the earth were smooth, water would submerge our planet, reaching a depth of 8,900 feet. God manages the waters like a man manages his possessions. God set limits for the sea, and the waters obey his boundary. They stop where he commands them to stop. The Israelites witnessed this power at the Red Sea. Pharaoh's army pursued them. The sea blocked their escape, and Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. Exodus 14:21. God gathered the waters into heaps on both sides. Israel walked through on dry ground. The same God who set boundaries for the seas at creation moved those boundaries to save his people.